Hi, I'm Miss Complexities. I'm a mental health advocate. I have a podcast called the Complexities Podcast, and I also do these vlogs where I talk about my recovery from complex PTSD. This is an update from last week's video, or a counterpart to last week's video. I decided to publicly hold myself accountable for being lazy in my recovery. And I'm really happy to say that in the last week, I guess it's been a week and a couple of days since I did the last video, I've gotten a lot of motivation back. And I've done, throughout this process, if you've listened to the last podcast episode, if you watched the last couple of vlogs that I've put up, you know that I'm going through divorce. And that sucks, it's fucking hard. And I think with all things, I like to just go and do and workaholic and get it done and fast as humanly possible. Like, I'm instantly healed, instantly divorced, instantly starting my life over, instantly this. Like, I'm learning that that's not possible. Not just for like the legality aspect of divorce, but emotionally and psychologically. You can't just go from the last 10 years of your life and then start something, totally different. Yeah. So in the last podcast, or in the last vlog, I said I was going to focus on doing more journaling and focus on myself. And I fucking hate journaling. Anyone who listens to my recovery will know this to be true. But I have been a little bit more dutiful with my journaling and with my self check-ins. But I've also come to a decision in the last week and a half that I'm just not going to do anything for the rest of the year. I'm not going to, I'm in the middle of training to be a shamanic practitioner, and that I think I signed up for a 9-month training, which will be September, October for when it's done. And when that finishes, I'm not going to do any more school. I'm not going to do any more training. I'm not going to proceed. I'm not going to go after anything new. I feel like for the past, 5 or 6 months with this divorce stuff and changing my life and starting my life over, I've been just chasing knowledge and just absorbing as much knowledge as humanly possible, in attempts to heal and move forward. And I just feel like I can't absorb anything else. I just feel like I've absorbed all I can absorb right now, and I just have to fucking simmer, So I'm not gonna start any new trainings. I'm not gonna do any kind of school for the rest of the year. I'm not even gonna think about what my next step is in regards to knowledge seeking. And then I'm not gonna make any decisions. I'm also not going to make any decisions in regards to work or housing or any big stuff. I'm in a good place. I'm safe. I have all of my needs met, and I'm not going to make any changes. My job pays the bills. It gets me by. It helps me pay down my debt. What more do I need? So I'm going to spend the next 4 months of the year. I guess it's 3.5 now, but I'm going to spend the rest of this year focusing on myself and focusing on, I think for me, I was never able to get into a routine. Pre-complex PTSD or pre-marriage and children, I managed my complex PTSD by having a very structured and rigid routine every single day. And that was the only way that I could manage all of my triggers. It was just the same all the time. And I was never able to employ that same structuredness while being married and having kids, because there are so many people to take care of and so many people going different directions. It's very unpredictable, especially Pat's job in the last 4 years has been very unpredictable, and I couldn't put any kind of routine to my life, and that is very stressful for me. So I've decided I just want to spend the rest of this year nailing out what my healthy habits are going to be. Like post-divorce, what are the habits that I want to instill every day, every week, every month? It's really lame. I bought myself a motivational water bottle, you know, those big jugs that has like 11 o'clock, you got this, 12 o'clock, get it done, like 1 o'clock, keep chugging. And it's helping, you know, I feel better about it. You know, I am not drinking what I want to drink in water every day, but I'm getting there. You know, it's more than what I was doing before I got the water bottle, which was not taking care of my body at all in regards to being hydrated. And I think setting these new healthy habits has really like launched me into new motivation. It's just like the idea that I took all of the stressful things off the table. You know, where am I going to live? What am I going to do? What kind of job am I going to have? Da, 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 da. Like taking all of those things off the table has left room for me to find time to get motivated to take care of myself. So, moral of this story is that if you're struggling with anxiety, being overwhelmed, and God, I was just so exhausted. I was just exhausted. And it wasn't because I wasn't sleeping. It was because I spread myself too thin. And there are many reasons why I do this. Most of them are complex PTSD related. But I think everyone has a tendency to spread themselves too thin. And I highly recommend setting up those healthy habits so that you have time for self-care. And especially if you are a complex PTSDer and you are trying to heal, if you're in your recovery, self-care in whatever form that is. I've done a whole podcast about self-care, I think, or at least it was like half an episode. You know, it doesn't have to just be bubble baths. Like it could be anything, and it is so important for healing, probably healing anything, but definitely healing from trauma, to just carve out that time for yourself. And I'm really excited about carving out the next 3.5 months to just build the healthy routine and the healthy structured lifestyle that I want going forward. So maybe this will be a weekly thing. I don't really know. We'll see how it goes.